Hi everyone! Today is April 27th and this starts our third week of virtual learning. Over a quarter of the way there. Alright, so in this video I'm going to explain this week's assignments, and this week looks a little bit differently than the last 2 weeks, so just make sure you pay close attention so you know what to do. Alright, so just as a reminder, all assignments are due Sunday night at 9 p.m. Okay, so you're going to continue reading Walk to Moons. You're going to read 3 chapters this week, chapters 28 to 30. Here I have a link to the PDF and the audiobook. You'll notice that this week there are no chapter questions. You do not have to do any of those this week because we are going to be starting number 2, an essay on the book. So you're just going to read your chapters. And then we're going to start working on the essay. And the essay is titled Analysis of a Literary Character in Walk to Moons. So what that means is you are going to be picking a character and choosing 2 or 3 words to describe him or her. If it were me writing this essay, I would choose Sal because she's the main character. We know the most about her. And we could probably write the most about her. But you do not have to pick her. You could pick Phoebe or Gramps, whoever maybe you feel most connected to. But once you kind of think about who you want to write your paper about, you want to think about how you're going to describe that character. So if you click on this link, it's going to take you to a character trait sheet. Now, a character trait just tells us what our character is like, what his or her personality is like. Does he have good character traits, positive ones, negative ones? And it tells us about their personality. So if I'm thinking about Sal and I were to write my paper about Sal, I want to think about words that would describe Sal. So if I'm looking through these words, I see the word dependable. I think I could describe Sal as dependable. Now, the word dependable means that you can count on that person. You trust them. You can depend on them. And when I think about Sal and people who depend on her, I think of Phoebe. Phoebe depends on Sal. Sal is always there for Phoebe. Even when Phoebe is driving her nuts, Sal is dependable and she'll be there for her. So that's one word I would pick to describe her. If I look at this column, sad, I think we could definitely choose one of these words to describe Sal. Maybe heavy-hearted. That just means that she's a lot weighing her down. So if I think of why she's heavy-hearted, I might, talk about how, her mom is missing or her mom is gone and how she misses her a lot. And I might talk about some of the memories that she has of her mom flashing back, or her feelings about not having her around. So I would go with heavy-hearted, or I might say she's sad or depressed. Let's see if I can find a third character trait. I might go down to concerned or fearful or anxious. Okay, we see this a lot with Sal, and we definitely see this a lot with Phoebe. So if you're describing Phoebe, you might pick one of these words. So if like I were, you know how when we were reading about Sal and everything she was afraid of car accidents, pregnant women, spiders. Okay, she's afraid of some things that some people aren't normally afraid of. She's afraid of driving in the car. So when she's driving with Graham and Gramps, she was kind of anxious in the beginning of the road trip. She's afraid of not seeing her mom again. She's afraid for Phoebe. All right, so that's another word that I would choose. Now, you don't have to use those 3. You most certainly can use those 3. Just make sure if you pick a word that you can support it with examples from the text. All right, so I'm going to show you what this GMA looks like. So it's going to look a little differently than obviously if we were in the classroom. You guys are going to be brainstorming and outlining and planning on a Google Doc. And so we're going to start there. Right now the link isn't in here yet, so you will just get to click on this link, but for me, I'm going to go in this way. Okay, so this is what the assignment sheet will look like for writing your essay. You'll see up here highlighted, you just need to type in all of the yellow spaces. So I did this to hopefully help you stay organized and know where you need to type. So all the yellow spaces is where you will type. Here again is the link to the character traits if you need it. And you'll notice here I say you can pick 2 or 3 character traits. So if you are having a hard time thinking of a third one, it's okay. Just don't do the third one. Just do the first 2. All right, so I'm just going to kind of walk you through what we're doing here. So I would choose Sal, and the words I chose for Sal, and this is the brainstorm section, you guys. I said she was dependable. I said she was heavy-hearted. And the last one I chose was fearful. Okay, so you would just type your 3 words there, and then let's go down. All right, so first paragraph is introduction paragraph, and I kind of give you hints on what to do here. You can introduce the book, tell me a little bit about the book, about how it's about Sal going on a road trip, looking for her mom, and then you're going to tell me about Sal and why you chose her. And then after your introduction paragraph, we're going to talk about our first character trait that we picked, which was dependable. Okay, and I might say something like this. The first word I chose to describe Sal is dependable. Sal is dependable because she is always there for her friends. All right, and then I'm going to continue on to talk about how she's there for Phoebe when Phoebe's mom left. Okay, how she's been there for her Graham and Gramps. Okay, so you want to try to think of examples from the book. Now, I understand, I'm going to kind of talk to this highlighted blue point, that we don't have the books in front of us. I'm not right there with you, and it's going to be hard to remember everything. So if you are having a hard time thinking of examples, just shoot me an email, and I'll just email you back with some stuff you can work with. Okay? I also included here an access to the entire novel. So I have the whole book right here. Now, it's a long PDF, so it might be tricky to go through this. Look, it's almost 200 pages. So I know that's a lot. So it might just be easiest to email me and say, hi, Mrs. Edgett, I want to use the word nice to describe Sal. Can you help me think of some ideas? And I will definitely do so. All right? So for this week, we're just brainstorming. We're doing the introduction paragraph and the body paragraph number 1. That's it. So if you get to here and you're done, you can stop. But if you're on a roll and you're like, well, I kind of want to go on and do more, you certainly can do so. You'll just get ahead into next week. All right, so the last assignment is you need to take your vocabulary quiz. And this will be under classwork in Google Classroom. The assignment's right in there for the Google form, and I'll link that up by the time you guys get this as well. All right, that's everything for this week, and you'll see I have our sample schedule here down below where I kind of break up things for you to do for each day. So today's Monday. Today I would like you to read chapter 28 of Walk Two Moons and complete the brainstorm section of your essay and study for your vocab quiz. All right, let me know if you have any questions. I hope you have a great week.